needing to sell off assets in order to meet margin calls. They had this huge exposure to AI investments.
They have exited all of their public investments.
Stop what you are doing, because lives will forever be changed with this stock, except for the founder, CEO, or the kid. He actually just sold right here. Man, if he just had indicators. This AI hedge fund has had returns of 1,000%. Now the question is, should I invest? And the answer will always be no. We'll buy, and then you will sell and take profit, and then you will rinse and repeat. Otherwise, you end up being like everyone after the pump. Oh, we got to buy it. Look, mom, dad, I've made so much money. And then you're like, that's it. We're out. Or people will pile into a stock there because it's going up. It's up. It feels so good. This is great. I mean, who would want to buy a stock when it's down? It doesn't feel good. Well, here we go. This AI stock is surging after an ex-OpenAI employee's fund disclosed a stake. Here's why. We have Nebius stock rises. Situational Awareness now owns over 12 million Class A shares of AI cloud provider. We have the hedge fund invests in firms that power the physical infrastructure of AI development, which is we gotta look at that. Although you want to know what is a gigantic, much bigger story, it's right here. Oh, but here's your 14-year-old that'll teach you how to make 1,000%. I don't even want to try to pronounce his last name. Oh, hey, look at all the digits going up. Well, you should have seen when they were going down, and he lost his booty and then got out at the bottom. And the charts called it pioneering AI hedge fund with returns of 1,000 since inception discovers the downside of leverage.
Think about a roller coaster the past couple days, even just the past 24 to 36 hours. But what's gone down in the past few days is them needing to sell off assets in order to meet margin calls. They had this huge exposure to AI investments. They had a ton of leverage. It's a story we've seen time and time again. The risk that we see in the market with these levered up bets, them needing to seek a buyer to get some liquidity to meet the margin calls. They found it in Citadel with Ken Griffin.
So let's do this, and then I'll show you the charts, because the charts always predict where the price action's going to go. Because 100% of the time, stocks are like a rubber band. They get pulled down, they go up. They get pulled down, they launch back up. They get pulled down. It's just how far, and then how far the launch, or how far up, and then how far the rebound. But let me just give you something that is the gigantic elephant in the room so you can understand what is currently happening. You're in a debt-based system. This is the dollar. The dollar is a juggernaut. You'll hear the dollar is going to zero. The dollar is evil. The dollar is bad. It is a Ponzi scheme. Yes, everything that they're saying is true. The question you have to ask yourself is when? Let me show you what's currently happening. You have a strong dollar. All of these countries, the entire world, they've all taken out loans in the dollar because it was so cheap. This is great. But the problem is when their currency goes down, and instead of having to work 1 hour, you have to work 2 just to keep up, because it's not worth anything anymore. And then you have to pay back in dollars, and the dollar keeps going up. So now you're having to put in 2 hours or 3 or 4 because your currency is dropping and the dollar keeps going up. Now to repay it, you're having to work more and catch up, and then interest rates are going up. You're like, that's it. The world ends. That is where we are currently at. And governments have to pay back this debt. So they're at that world ends part. What they're also doing is they're like, that's it. We're selling U.S. treasuries. And so then you will see front page on the news. Everyone's dumping the United States of America. It's bankrupt. Japan threatened. They got to dump all of it because they have to manipulate their currency. So Scott comes on and says, we got your back. They billions, 80 billion, 100 billion, whatever they have to do to make the chart go the other way, which it did. But now it's going back up, which will now force Japan to have to sell U.S. treasuries as our 10-year keeps going up. And they have to do this every single time it hits a level. Either Donald Trump comes out and says, we've won the war, it's over, hold on, it's Iran. Yep, okay, yep, it's over. And then the yield drops. He's done this 5 times. And now the markets are like, wait a minute, fool me once. Now they're sending Scott out there. What is the Treasury doing talking about this? Why is it on the front cover of Forbes? Basent says U.S. and Iran could reach a deal to open the Straits of Hormuz today or tomorrow. Taco and tamales. I can mark it on a chart every time the war's up. 10-year yield, 10-year yield, 10-year yield. It's off. We're good. Everything's going back to normal. Come on, please. Can't you just cut a brother some slack here as you are in a rising channel going up? So Scott, just to let you guys know, probably what's going to happen, come down here, retest that, keep going higher. But the elephant in the room is the debt-based system that you are in and what the Treasury is doing. Treasury go burr, like never seen before. And they will call it not QE. This is where the Treasury prints at the short end. You guys want some 1 month, 2 month, 3? This is actually inflationary. First time I've seen it. Not necessarily inflation. It's just your loss of purchasing power. Set the word inflation aside. All that does is there's no blame for anyone. Elites can do whatever they want. The Treasury, the Fed, the president, everyone, and it's just naturally inflation. I have a new channel called Follow the Money. I explain all of that stuff in detail at the end of this video. A screen will pop up. Go watch it. We are getting to a point that asset prices will continue to rise. People will continue to lose their jobs. These people will come out and say to you, that is not true. There is no inflation. There is no K-shaped economy. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that. Guys, it is separating all of the rich from everyone else. You will either be 1% or you will not. There is have yachts and there is nots. Now, I'm not saying that I want you to have a yacht. I'm just saying the amount of money that you're going to need to have to survive is going to be more than having 2 jobs. Let's see what Scotty has to say.
We are starting to see, I got sick of hearing about this K-shaped economy. I can say here definitively, the K-shaped economy is over.
Hey, everyone, he's sick and tired of hearing this K-shaped economy. It's over. You know, when something bugs something so much, it's probably true. But let's listen into how the economy is failing, but for some reason, the stock market just keeps going up.
Now, if we look at factory orders, this is a fresh June number, expecting up 2/10, comes in down 3/10. Down 3/10, of course, compares to last month, down 1.3, which makes it, unfortunately, the best month since it was positive over 5 in April. Now, if we take transportation away, it's still a negative number, expecting up 4/10 ex-trans. We're now down 4/10. That would be the lightest number going back to April of 25.
But now, Bravo, give us the stonks and the indicators and show us how to do the 1,000% like you did on SIVB when you called the reversal. Going from $301, this was in my watch list. I put up those big numbers like 78%. And I give you the stonks to click buttons on. And I run a 1-day sale that it's like $1 or $2, less than, there's $1 something. You get 2 of them, bull market and options. Ta-da! Well, you don't miss these. See, the charts will predict what the news will be. I will predict what the stock's gonna be. Like when I tell you gold, it's going to be explosive. And the funny thing about this fund, NBIS, Leopold, kid, he actually was forced to sell. You see when these indicators come, like, oh, this is the lowest it's gonna get. This is the 200. This is all of my stuff. All people want to talk about is how it just went from 300 all the way down to 100, actually 155, losing over half. Then you enter. This is called playing the 200. I call it whack-a-mole, or jumping up and down on a trampoline. When it goes up, it's like smack. When it goes down, it bounces. Everything that I am saying in here, there's a user manual. This one's called whack-a-mole. Just like what I was saying, see, it comes up 200 whack-a-mole. Bam. I mentioned trampolines. Look, it's step-by-step. Here, look. Do the videos. I even give you look at this. Look. I even use cartoons. Please get the follow along. That's why I do these videos every day. And you have a manual. You're like, oh, look, I'm doing it. Like the textbook for the class. This class actually works and your digits actually go up. And if you have indicators, look, see that? That means get out. Get out. That means get in. Going back even farther, see this one over here, right here? That's a reversal. What does it do up there? It reverses. Reversal, red. What's it do? It reverses. What's this? Reversal, what's it do? It goes up, okay? So when you come over here and you see Deutsche Bank, I'll be respectful this time, says gold's explosive run isn't over. Okay, so what you do is you come over here and you're like, okay, well, what's going on? All right, oh, hey, we're breaking out. Here we go. And they're right. I mean, unless you break there. It's one way or the other. Gonna find you. It's gonna get you one way. All right, so what have you learned? 1, turn on indicators, know that things bounce. 2, a debt-based system, the dollar system, they call it inflation. We're in a lot of trouble. They're coming out. They're manipulating markets. I can see it ahead of time. I know how the game's played. I also knew that the market was gonna go up today. How did you know that? Okay, guys, this is MNQ1. This is the NASDAQ. You're in it's like a megaphone going down. Could make kind of like a triangle, kind of like a channel. Any way you want to do it, you measure touch points. Doop, 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 doop. You break that, we go up. You break that down there, which it didn't. It was support. It went up. You guys, we have broken it. So now it's going to go up. It's going to retest. It'll go higher. Every morning, I wake up, rise and shine, Monday through Friday, and I say, what are we doing, institution? Oh, okay, we're going up today. You know what they're doing. They can't hide it. I am just like a little fishy that swims along the whales and just picks off. That's a terrible idea. That's just a terrible analogy. Anywho, I am not a whale. They make the splashes. I see it. I go long. I knew a little bit prior. I was already long. That one was a guarantee. We're going long. Then we play the game. It goes green. It goes red. It goes green again. You go long again. Ta-da! Again, step by step in your training manual. You come here Monday through Friday, I'll show you what we just did. It'll do this. Then you go long, make more. Then it goes green, red, go long. Boom. Here, ready? We're going to do it again. Green, red, go long. And this is where I was like, we're done. I will wait for said give up. This is it. And this is maybe, I don't know, one contract, maybe you're up a few grand. I would like to go on a walk. It'll probably come down, do that. But if it breaks here above that blue line, you're going to start playing the game again. Let's head over here. I just had I don't know what it looks like. I'm just telling you what I would do. Let's go with this one. Your bounce, ta-da. That's on the daily. Also, one more thing, real quick. I got to quickly draw this. I did this on my other channel. This is a triangle. Where is the point of break? Where do you enter the short? Right there. Where do you go? How far do you go? Well, you measure from here to here, and then you take this, and you bring this from there to there. And there. Step number 1. Some people, I don't know, they looked at what I did, and then I saw on X, and they're like, then it goes here, and then it goes all the way to 0. All right, Bob, if you want to do that. Another way of looking at it, you gotta get past you did. Again, I am encouraging you. Is that a good word? I'm encouraging you to follow along. Come click buttons with me, and then email me and say, oh my gosh, Bravo, you paid for my X whatever. I'll never be able to pay for your X. She'll always come for more. I'm just going to turn on 2 lines. And yes, it is free. I know I have people that are like, but I don't have money for the indicators. Okay, this is free. I don't have any money. There's a thing called Take Profit. I'm trying to solve all of your problems. Take Profit Trader. If you know how to do it, they'll let you take daily payouts. You just have to prove to them that you know what I know. All right, so you guys are so far away from the 200. That's why, give me that morning open, we'll just call it a day. Still keep playing this thing. Go long, green, red, green, go long, green, red, green, go long, right? It just keeps doing it. This goes in both directions. When you're under the 200 and the 20, you play it the other way. When you're above the 200 and the 20, you play it up. This one, you just don't want to run too far away from that 200. There was your consolidation. This is what it does. It does these stair steps, and then it does the consolidation, and then you go long. Then you play the color change. Green, red, green, go long. Green, red, green, go long. Now, what you want to do is you want to get to a point where your digits are so high that you're like, I don't care. I'll take a walk. Because I'm never going to run out of said digits. People ask me, well, why do you do this every day? Because is someone else going to learn this in college, in high school? Did your parents? Did you... Please pass it along. All right, so let's go with this. Beginning, market open. I knew it. You break that. Go. Okay, if you don't want to get in on the first candle, fine. You go here. Long. Boom. We're here. It goes green, red, green. Right there. You go long. Boom. Green, red, green. Boom. Right there. You go long. Green, red, green. Boom. You go long. And I think this is where I'm like, okay, guys, I think we need to go on a walk. Even like, and these are 2 minutes, 246. It's not even that much time. From there to there, 204.25 times 20. Over $4,000. Or it's $408. If you're trading that one right there. See, I give you all the different ways. I come bearing macro, how everything works. Gosh, I wish I had this when I was younger. The amount of, right? Did you ever say that? Wisdom thing. Also, on gold, my first profit would be here, okay? I know. Let's draw it off the chart. This is on X. Sure, all right. But you break that one line, you go up here. Just enjoy your profit. Go out, walk the dog, and with that, I will see you in the next trade.